Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Leo, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram and TikTok, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Leo, I hope that you're doing well. It's kind of a cloudy, overcast day, but kind of going to muster the cozy energies to cozy up with Leo right now. I'm going to be using two decks for your reading today, Leo. The first one is the Botanical Dreams Oracle for the overall energy, and your tarot is going to be with the Tarot of the Abyss. The cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. What messages do you have for Leo, please, Spirit? Thank you. Ooh, what a beautiful card. I feel like this card came out already though, but it's still beautiful. Number 41, which reduces to a 5, the Hierophant card of the Major Arcana, Taurus energy. That's a card that talks about really bridging the connection between this world and the spiritual world, and usually by means of a person, a religious or spiritual figure, a text of some kind. Hierophant can also represent rules and standards. The word is foundation. Foundation. So this kind of structure here, the word Spirit gave to me was parlor. Like, I guess in, I don't know what period, the 1800s, whatever. I think people would go into spaces like this. It kind of was like the mall, right? I don't know if people even hang out in the mall anymore, but places and spaces where people congregate to kind of gossip or socialize in some manner. And I'm thinking of a very particular BBC series, BBC special production. Actually, I don't know if it was BBC. It's British. Of Persuasion with Rupert Penry Jones and Sally Hawkins. That's very specific. In that dramatization of Jane Austen's Persuasion, there is a scene where the main character, the protagonist, goes into this parlor type situation. It's a place to be, to see and to be seen. I was going to say to be looked at, which was a strange way of putting that, to be seen. It's kind of strange. It seems like it would be very refined. You know, everybody got dressed up and they put on their biggest, you know, skirts and corsets, and everybody was prim and proper. But what is it really? It's a place where you can go and gossip. It doesn't matter how much you dress it up. But they literally walked around this one room in a circle. That's all they did. They walked around in a circle, just kind of looking at one another, talking to each other. And that's a great rendition of Persuasion. But that scene always struck me as very strange that people would do that. But I mean, I guess that's what you do at the club or the grocery store or the local park or the mall, whatever. Always trying to look and to see and to be seen. So that seems like really important. I don't know, maybe that's really important to you. You are a Leo, and not to make a complete generalization about Leos, but Leos, they're leaders. and like to be the center of attention a little bit, a lot. But that's okay. I mean, somebody has to lead, right? But the word foundation here kind of makes it seem maybe like right now. How about just for right now? There's this sense that you have to step up, that you need to be seen for some reason. And that assertion on your part lays a foundation, a solid one, from which you can bolster yourself. What I was going to say earlier when I brought up the word parlor was parlor trick. This, not so much that we're playing tricks. It's less about that and more about the idea of magic. That somehow, if you're in this space where you are to be seen, while you're being looked at, you're creating magic. And that seems pretty cool to me. Okay, I'm going to pull 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier, past, present, future, and at the end I'll pull a card from Spirit. Advice from Spirit at the end. Interesting. Okay, so 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier, past, present, future. We start with the 5 of Swords in the reverse. Man, I hate the smug look on this guy's face. This deck is very powerful, and there's something just in the look on his face. What is he doing right now? He's looking at a butterfly inside of a jar. He's got his pin cushion of swords here. And it's kind of like, what's his next move going to be, right? There is this sense of being looked at, of scrutiny, of predator and prey. Hey, but you got this card in reverse. So the 5 of Swords talks about winning at all costs. That's how this card is generally regarded. Spirit just said the word captured. Now, in kind of a modern context, when you capture, you could capture somebody's likeness, you could capture their image. There is something about public persona for you right now in this reading. Public persona is very important. But I feel as though you're not playing the game. You are choosing not to engage. Why? 3 of Cups here. If you watched any of my readings, you know that I'm not a big fan of the 3 of Cups. And Spirit knows that. So Spirit uses my Rolodex to indicate to me where the messages should be leading. When they show me the 3 of Cups, especially this one, it's like, ew. False friends, false faces, right? And here you know, there might be a little bit of peer pressure, pressure to conform, pressure to comply, the pressure to fit in. And it's clarifying this card though. So it kind of tells me that, yeah, you could have experienced the pressure, but I don't feel like you're really engaging in it too much anymore. You know what? Spirit just showed it to me. Let's say this is the scenario you find yourself in. Here you are, you clink glasses with the other people, and as they walk away, you dump that drink out in a plant nearby or on the ground. You don't drink it, you don't participate. That was a very, very clear image. Sometimes Spirit's giving me something else too. So sometimes I find, just as an empath, a lot of people like to be in my energy. And I'm not saying that to be egotistical. It's a pure energy thing. It has nothing to do with popularity or I'm an interesting person to be around. But I do give off an energy of protection, of comfort. I don't know. I'm a Cancer is what I do. It just kind of happens, right? But as I've grown older and wiser and more spiritual, I realize that when some people enter into my personal space and they are kind of unwelcome because they're taking my energy without giving anything back. So I'm not just talking about a hug with a friend, with a loving friend or partner who is reciprocal in the energy they give to you, right? They might absorb some of your energy, but they're giving you some, right? I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about people who purposefully approach you because you have something that they want. In your case, yeah, it might be your energy, it might be your influence. Like I said, Leos are leaders. They have massive influence. Every Leo I know, every single one, has a great deal of influence in their work sphere, in their family unit, in their friendships. A great deal of influence. Now, whether that's good influence or bad influence, that's up to you. But influence, big time, big influence. Big, like, lion energy influence. So, especially here, too, with this card of foundation, it's yellow for the solar plexus, right? Self-confidence. Self-confidence. People like to be around people with a lot of self-confidence. But you're becoming more savvy about it. Or at least you were in the past energy. Maybe with a particular person. Tried to engage with you. Tried to engagement, meaning they tried to play a game. And I feel as though you played along as much as you needed to, because sometimes we need to play the game, we need to play along. But then you dump that drink out in the planter on the side. You didn't consume it. You didn't consume it. I'm gonna get a card of clarifier. Yeah, Ten of Swords. You've been burned before, Leo, and you know what it looks like. Ten of Swords here. This beautiful wisdom energy with the owl. Eye to eye. You've stared down that wisdom. You've learned lessons. You're not going to make those same mistakes because they've burned you in the past. Ten of Swords is like a leveling. A leveling. You know what? Maybe a leveling all the way down to the foundation. What is it that really matters? At the core of my soul, who am I? What do I value? You asked yourself these questions in the recent past, and I think, and I dare say, you came to some really profound conclusions. In the present energy, Seven of Cups in reverse, no longer confused, no longer head in the clouds, no longer wondering what paths to take, what people to associate with, not confused anymore. There could have been a time, though, when you're getting a lot of mixed messages. You're not confused anymore. Six of Swords to clarify it. I mean, look at this. It's so clear. Spirits, thank you. Spirit, it's so clear. Like, you're just hightailing it out of there. Six of Swords is moving from choppy waters to calm waters. We're not dealing with this BS over here. Who has time for it? I have so much to do. Just see, I don't want to be a... Okay. There is a skit. I think it was on... It was either on Family Guy or American Dad. I don't know what show it was on. one of Seth MacFarlane's things, and it's kind of racist. This was on TV, so I'm just quoting what was on TV, but I won't even bring up the racist part. There was a person in a car, and they were like making swerves in traffic, and like the line is "Good luck, everybody else," but in a very particular accent, right? But it's like, "Good luck, everybody else. I'm just going where I'm going." That's what I just heard. Not that you have any disregard for the actions that you're taking. I'm not seeing any negligence of responsibility. But I am seeing this very bold, like, if you're like in the car, you're like swerving, you know, to avoid all of the traffic, all of the chaos, all of the crazy, all of the congestion. Good luck, everybody else. I'm going this way. Thanks. That's what I see here with the Six of Swords. I don't necessarily think that you are making it known to people, or it's not obvious to anybody else. On the outside, this is what they see. Oh, Leo's so much fun to be around. You know, Leo's such a team player. Leo, you know, has our back. I mean, to a certain extent, those things may be true. What they don't realize going on in the background programming of your mind is, I don't trust that person as far as I can throw them. I'm going to get back to basics. I'm going to get back to what matters to me. I'm going to be a little bit more disciplined in the company I keep. The last two cards out, the future potential. Interesting pairing. Number 10, the Wheel of Fortune. Divine timing, good luck, good fortune. Jupiter represented here, the planet of expansion, right? Expanding an empire, expanding our influence. But it's coupled with the Devil card, number 15 of the Major Arcana. Capricorn energy, you could be dealing with a Capricorn or have Capricorn placements in your chart. This sense here, this is like an anatomical heart. Trying to reach down into that heart space and feeling entangled. A slight word of caution, right? It's almost like I see this being this. This kind of configuration of whatever this swirling energy is turning into this if we're not careful. So Devil card is all about obsession, addiction, codependency, workaholism, negative self-talk. So the word of caution here is that we want to be careful that the things that we are actually drawing our attention to are for our best and highest good. We don't want these things to allow us to get carried away with ourselves, that we lose sight of this foundation, that we lose sight of what actually matters. So, I mean, there's a certain sense, Leo, that you could be on a roll. You could be experiencing a lot of abundance, and you don't want to stop the momentum. The wheel is turning in your favor. To that, I would say, you know, what is meant for you will never pass you by. It will continue to turn in your favor. But I see now a hamster wheel, or one of the cat wheels that cats run on. You know, you watch these videos of the cats running on their exercise wheels. There is a very singular point where things go out of control very quickly. The cat runs so fast that it can't keep up with the wheel that turned under its own inertia. And then what happens? The cat stops running and then it flips off the wheel. The cat stops running and then it flips just clear off the wheel. So Spirit is giving that image as clear as anything right now. Take time to rest, to regroup, to step away from a situation every once in a while to make sure that everything is on the up and up, that you're doing things in a healthy manner, that you are making time for other important things in your life. What is the advice from Spirit? Thank you, Spirit. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Pentacles is earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. This card talks about, in the upright, holding on very tightly to our resources, not wanting to share, not wanting to be open. It's like Lord of the Rings, my precious, right? Like not letting anybody in. Spirit's advice to you: allow others to help you, allow others to be a part of your life in a way that is meaningful. Don't isolate too much. Only with people that you trust. But open up, you know. Sometimes it's safe to do that. And you'll know when and where. You discerned it back here in the past. You know who you can trust and who you can't. You know who's been your ride or die and who isn't. Open up to those people. I feel like there's something that could help you with those people, those trusted people who have your best interest at heart and who've proven that. That's your reading, Leo. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Leo.